Welcome back to my message series that is going through the word CALM, the acronym CALM, to stand for the first three letters, words. The C is for getting conscious. When the stock market is crazy and external things are unpredictable, you're one of my clients right now. Their company is being purchased by a big private equity firm, and a lot of people are concerned about their jobs. So whenever these external things are volatile, how do we get calm and get conscious? How do we move to abundance thinking, and looking at the half glass full, and looking at what we have that makes us feel wealthy and rich, regardless of external numbers and external titles or realities of, even if we lose what we have, we're always going to find a way because we always have in the past. You have an historical track record of always finding a way to the next step. So the third letter and third word today is rooted in the letter L, and it's letting go. And I want to talk about letting go. This is really profound and really important because we think letting go is a surrender and it's easy, that it's easy to let go. But your nervous system, your brain, your thoughts, your immediate something happens in the outer world and your thoughts, it immediately goes, it's in your brain and it goes into your recording. Your nervous system is a recording of your history. It's a recording of the thoughts you often tell yourself. And so what's going to happen is you're like, I'm going to let go. I'm going to let go. I'm not going to look at the stock market. I'm not going to worry about whether or not I lose my job. I'm not going to worry about whether or not the next client comes in, or I'm going to make my ends meet. I'm going to let that go and put my energy towards something that's productive, right? We say that, but yet it's so hard to do. And why is it hard to do? And it's because your mind, that consciousness that you want to be abundant, is battling a nervous system and a recording of something that you've been doing forever. And so your brain and your nervous system is going to be like, yeah, screw you, mind. I want to worry about this. I want to be negative. I want to go to a place of negative thinking and scarcity thinking because that's what's comfortable. And so the letting go part, the mind wants to let go because rationally it knows that it needs to be in abundant thinking. But the brain and the recording is won't budge. And so that's why letting go and surrendering is actually work. It's work. It's not just like, okay, I dropped the ball, or like I dropped my bag on the floor and I've let it go. No, it actually takes work. It takes effort to let things go. And so don't punish yourself if you're telling yourself not to worry and then you keep on worrying, and you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to be in abundance, and then you're not in abundance. Is just know that your mind is battling your brain and your nervous system. And really, that's when you need to take those pauses. And, I like to lie on my bed or sit on a couch. I like to get into what I tell my kids, crisscross applesauce, right? And get into like a yoga seated pose and just breathe into my body and just start talking to my inner self and saying to myself, my inner self, it's okay. Like, you're going to be safe. We're going to let go of this. We're going to let go, and we're going to let God, and we're going to practice, and we're going to change this nervous system together. And we're going to create a new neural pathway, a new way of reacting, that is actually less reacting. It's less like, my state is so controlled by these outer circumstances. No, I'm going to learn and start really recognizing what triggers me, what makes me feel lack of worthiness, lack of identity, lack of safety, lack of being enough. What is going to trigger that? How do I know what those things are? And then how do I um like tell my little inner child that I'm safe and that I'm extraordinary and that I'm worthy, um and that to let it go. And then we're going to work on the practice of letting go. And it is work. Letting go is an action. Um, so I hope that resonates with you today.